Reminds me of a story. It was here at this park that I was going through another trial, and God just kind of wanted me to see that, you said that thing was to be in your life. That thing you're fretting over isn't even supposed to be a part of your journey. That in the blessings of how he do things, I sat down by the tree and I found that still and he began to open up to me this whole new vision, better than anything I could have imagined for my own life. And I thank God for that. And even while we talk right now, there's the struggle that I'm talking about in my life that I'm concerned about and letting it, cause me stress and everything. And the comforting thing about it is I found out that I could be right here with God doing what he had planned for my life, and that don't even seem to bother me. It's not really a problem, in the sense that I shouldn't even be focused on it. I don't want to get too sidetracked because, like I said, this is really something God divinely put in my spirit about 10 years ago. So I don't want to go off course and thinking I know everything. I think is one of those rainy mornings that I tend to find a way to still appreciate. You'll probably hear some raindrops, and that is kind of soothing. And it's perfect for today. The word peace is a meaning that some people are not aware of. To fully understand peace, you can't look in some dictionary, nor can you compare your peace to another. Peace, simply put, is Jesus. To seek peace means to look inside yourself and define what peace is in your own life. Jesus left this world with the grace of peace in each and every one of us. We must all understand the battle between the Prince of Peace, which resides. Peace gives us strength through our sufferance, which gives us perseverance, which leads to character, and from character we gain hope and love. That reminds me of an Indian tale. There was an old grandfather Indian sitting on a rock with his grandson. And he said, son, look out into the woods and, you see the wolves out there? And the grandson was, yes, grandfather. And he kind of guided him into the story of how the wolf in each and every one of us is always trying to devour the other. One wolf says, I want peace, tranquility, love, patience, kindness, the good fruits of the Spirit. While the other wolf is trying to manipulate and control and, deceive and anger and hatred. And, so the grandson, he's looking at his grandfather and he's saying, which wolf is going to win, Grandpa? Which wolf? And he said, the one you feed the most. And so I use that on my daily life when I find myself caught up into negative thoughts. I think about how I'm feeding those thoughts. And if I don't want certain things in my life, whatever it may be, it may not even be a negative. Sometimes we separate ourselves from people and we think that's a good thing, and it may be sometimes, but the thing is, do you want separation in your life? Because that's what you're feeding. So just be careful on what you feed. Our thoughts alone are destructive. The battle we face when trying to drown out the negative thoughts is our spirit fighting to be free. Another way we can get in touch with the peace that lives within us is to rejoice in the midst of our trials. It's hard to allow the mind to drown out peace when you are happy. The two seem to go hand in hand. Our spirit is free. It does not condemn us. It is the part of us that gives us true purpose. And you'll hear me talk about this a lot. And like I said, it's just, sometimes praising through your circumstance. That's exactly how I find myself, getting past whatever seems to be concerning me at the time. And that is a form of hope. Okay, I'll give an example of this. It happened to me last night. A lovely friend of mine wanted to come over to walk with me. My thoughts immediately wanted to find a reason to be jealous because of what I perceived my husband's actions to be. I played with these thoughts until the better part of this morning, and then I began to recognize that they were not peaceful thoughts. I reasoned for a while how not pondering those thoughts could be naive. However, naive or not, they were not peaceful. Allowing your mind to be enticed by destructive thoughts produces sin in your life. And sin is the beginning of your evil. The good news is rejoicing in the midst of the battle produces peace. Happiness and peace is intertwined. It's difficult not to have peace when you are happy. This reminds me of another experience I liked. Uncontrollably, the words brought on the most joyful feeling inside of me. I felt my spirit as it rejoiced. Peace had taken over and lived for me at that very moment. It's difficult not to let peace take over when you are rejoicing. The joy was so overwhelming I didn't want it to end. Although there was not enough room inside of me to hold it to myself, something miraculous began to take place. The worries of the world took a back seat in my life. It's then that you realize peace just can't be contained. It must be set free. These couple of stories that I've shared with you a minute ago are stories that, I wrote 10 years ago, and I included it in the book. But it is still a part of my life today. And I will say this, I'm learning that God is taking us to class. And it's like everything that we learn along the journey, we still have to apply it in our life decades from today. So hopefully anything that you gain, God still uses. So there's certain things that I still do today, and like we were talking about the song, I still tend to say, okay, you know what, I want to go to that place, and I want to rejoice in God and find out what He has in store for me today. And He really does surprise me, and it's been a walk with God. Our true purpose is hidden within peace. You must first find peace that resides within you to open the door to what you are meant to share with the world. On that I will say that's important, that we remember that our true purpose in life is hidden within peace. So you have to gain that peace. It's very important. Oprah's favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz, where she realized, it was always within me, And so that's what I'm talking about, to just stay connected to that peace. And we're going to teach you how to do that. I've given you a few examples that truly works, but sometimes there's blocks in our life because the things I will share with you in the future. But peace is the key to God's will in your life. I learned this lesson as God wrote these words. I began to construct a plan on how I would accomplish the things that I thought would make me feel confident and secure with who I should be. Shortly after my 10-year goal plan, I began to write this book. Then came the dilemma. Should I continue writing the book, or should I begin the plan for accomplishing my goals? Although I began this book as therapy, it began to lead me into a journey towards I have to interrupt again and say, this was 10 years ago, this was my 10-year goal, and so here I am completing the 10-year goal in a way that God has taken me to class, as I said. And it's so miraculous that the way that He does things, that you are, learning through life's lessons, and it's just as valuable as actually, or even more so valuable, because I think that we have to return back to our first love. We have to return back to Christ. You know, you hear me talk about the Mayans and things like that, you know, that were actually worshiping God. I mean, no in between. It was just them and God, and how powerful they were, how they were actually able to telepathically move things because of their connection to God, move actual physical palatable things because of their strong connection to God. And you know, that's the time we're living in right now, where it's not so important that we have all the things that makes us successful. You know, it's more important to a lot of people today to find that purpose, something that fulfills them, something that drives them to make them feel alive. As you can see, the peace took over, and here I am with a secure confidence that God has me right here, right now, pursuing peace, which I have no doubt will lead to my true purpose. So again, I believe that something was said today that has encouraged you, and you will find that inner voice to strengthen you and live your life, the true purpose-driven life that God has planned for you. Amen and amen.
I just wanted to add a quick little side note that I am really enjoying my walk with God. It's like having a play date every day. I have found a new relationship with Him where I'm excited to just be a part of this video with you, and it's as if God is actually saying, come on, you know, let's go and start our little project together. And you know, I just wanted to thank you for taking the time out to listen.